Hello everybody, this is Etho and welcome guys to another episode of our Let's Play series. Woohoo! This is going to be me losing my train of thought. Aha, yes, of course. Today is the World Tour episode, guys. Episode number 450. We're going to go around and check out some of the stuff we've built in this world since we've been playing. Oh, I'm so glad I looked that direction. Although, he is not interested. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Okay, he found me now. I've very rarely had creepers blow up in my base. Amazingly. Oh, those stairs threw me off, and today is not one of the days it's going to happen. So yeah, we're going to go around our world, guys, check out some of the stuff we built over our time here. I'll try to give you as much information as I can, as quickly as I can. We have a lot of stuff to see. The last world tour we did was over an hour. This one's going to be long too, because we've built more stuff since then. But hopefully I can be a little bit more concise today. Let's start with the history of things, guys. So we're on episode 450 of our Let's Play series, but I've actually had 2 worlds since the beginning. This is our second one. We started playing in this world in episode 105, so that was the very start. It was right around the time the Nether Fortresses came out in the game, and they did the biome changes and all that kind of stuff. It was a long, long time ago. But we've been here ever since. Boop. That's our nighttime tune. I'll show you that now since it's kind of hard to reproduce. But yeah, we've been here ever since, just hanging out. This is like our main area, the man cave. I started out, I wanted to live underground in our world here because I was a very bad builder. And just a little hint for you guys if you didn't know, if you're bad at building, go underground. It's the best because you don't have to build roofs or anything like that. It's a lot easier to make things look nice. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and start our world tour right over here. This is a good spot because this is actually the spot in the world I probably spend the most time right on this grass right here. Because we got our storage room over here. This was the first storage room I built in the world. It's got like this little cool shutter system. It opens up when you step on the pressure plates. Lights turn on that are hidden behind the chests. And really like the storage method I used here. Like, instead of having one chest for one item sort of thing, I group stuff together. So all the redstones in one chest. I'm very messy, though. That belongs in the ore chest, and the books don't belong here. But, yeah, you kind of get the idea. Kind of grouped everything together. Food in that chest sort of thing. And then when you go out, doors close. And I use this storage room a lot. Like, this is where I usually go when I want to build something, but we do have several other storage rooms that are for longer term storage in the world, which we'll check out in a little bit. Also, we got our furnace room right next to it, which constantly am using this thing. We might even need to build a bigger and better furnace room in the future, because 8 furnaces is not quite enough. Oh yeah, when you take items out of here, it actually plays a little note. Correction, when you put items in there, it plays a little note. Like so, and the light turns on. And each one... Oh yeah, that one's broken. That one's been broken forever, and I've never fixed it. Alright. Yeah, they each play a note except for the one. And if any of these furnaces are running, then these lights turn on as well. Which is kind of cool. We have a little block swapper crafting table thing here. I don't know, kind of cool, I guess. This is where I hide like my anvil, and on the other side we got a ender chest that I use very, very often. Up the stairs here, this is my sheep farm. That's the morning tune, by the way. And those are really important because when you live underground like this, you have no idea what time it is above ground. So I like the little note block indicators. We also have like lights in the ceiling in places like those that are controlled by daylight sensors, so they're on during the day and off at night, which is kind of cool. We actually have like a ender pearl thing I never use here. I always forget about it. Whoops. Oops, I'm getting attacked. There we go. Never use this thing anymore. I used to use it all the time before, but I forget about it nowadays. Alright, so this is our sheep farm, like I was saying. Basically, you go up to it, grab your shears, you run along here. We got a rainbow jeb sheep for whatever reason. And this is what I called the pop-up sheep farm. It used to work using a double buds system, so it would detect when the sheep would eat the grass and then pop them up when their wool had grown. But things have changed in the game where it doesn't quite work that way anymore. It can't detect when they eat the grass anymore. Oh yeah, it would detect when the grass would grow and then when they ate it. That was the 2 steps involved, and then they would get popped up. Once you shear all the wool or whatever, you have a couple options here. You can press this water bucket, and that makes water. It's broken! What? Well, that's news to me. That's never been broken before. I don't know when that happened. But the wool falls down these grates here, which activates some pressure plates, which activates the repeaters, which makes all the sheep go down that have had their wool sheared. At least it used to. It doesn't quite work too well anymore. If they don't all go down for some reason, there's also this button here, which tells them all to go down. And then these buttons control each thing individually. Then all the wool gets funneled to over here into this chest, and then I can take it out and store it here. Kind of a primitive system, but I built all this before hoppers and that came out, so I had to kind of make do with it. Oh yeah, when the sheep pop up, the light turns on, in case you didn't catch on to that. Over here is where I get my ender pearls, where I keep them stored. There's like a chest up here. You can drop them off, and then you step in here, and it fills you up, which is kind of cool. Lots of storage. I think like 3 double chests worth or so. Over here, this is an access room, which probably doesn't work now that I think of it. There's a hopper minecart underneath this grass block, but I found in 1.9 they made a change where I'm having a hard time getting it to pick up items through the ground for some reason. Yeah, that's the thing. They're not picking up items. I don't know what the deal is with that. But yeah, this door is supposed to open. Maybe we will just manually put an item in. Like you saw the dirt fall on it and it didn't grab it for some reason. And this just has a bunch of potion stuff for my first potion lab I built in the world. We have 2. This one's kind of retired. But basically, it was a bunch of dispensers with items in. All the different, like, potion ingredients you need. Bottles and nether warts and all that kind of stuff. All gets funneled down to this central hole here. And, of course, this was all built before we had hoppers and that kind of stuff as well. So, this was pretty well automated at the time. But now it's pretty crummy looking. Kind of hoping they fix that. I'm just thinking we should have started in a different area. Like, I just did a fixing episode, and I thought I had everything done, and now, like, everything I've shown you so far has had some issue with it. But, like, this still works. It's just not as good as it used to be, and I can't really change that. This, I think, is a bug, so I think it'll get fixed by itself. But most stuff in our world here does work. Take my word for it. This was one of the first projects we built in the world. It's a little mini mushroom farm. Step on it, automatically harvests the mushrooms. We get like 3 each time. Oh, 4. Wow. It's pretty amazing. And we're actually using a backup for our world tour today. So I can break stuff and it doesn't matter. So if you're wondering how anything's working, basically got a brown one on one side and a red one on the other side. And yeah, they grow, and Yeah. Over here is my melon and pumpkin farm. Also pretty simple. In the past, this used to shoot out a hoe every time you would go in here because you used to not be able to grow melons and pumpkins on just dirt. You had to till the dirt for it to grow on it. So you would have to till this and then put it back down, and then it would grow. Oh yeah, and over here we have storage for the melons, and on this side for the pumpkins. You can probably tell I'm not a super organized person. Doesn't matter to me too much. This thing, you look at this and you're like, Etho, what is this crazy device? Why? It's just there for nostalgia, pretty much. This used to be the cave spider XP farm I used all the time. It was really important to our world. I built this around the time XP was first introduced to the game, XP levels and all that kind of stuff, enchanting, and I used to just spend hours here. I would just stand here. Cave spiders would fall down the water stream here, and they would be reduced to one hit, so you just basically spam them with left click and it would kill them, or throw a damage potion at them and kill them all at once. They would come up this water elevator here, did like a spiral thing, and then somehow it goes like over top and then over and then drops them so that they take damage. But one of the patches made it so it didn't work, and I ended up redoing this, so now we actually are still using the cave spider spawners. There's one right there, but we have a different farm for them that we'll check out in a little bit. But I didn't want to tear us out because it was really important to the world. This is our slime farm. Very impressive. I know there's no slimes here for some reason. But it would divide them, small, medium, large slimes, into their correct spots. The big slimes actually get moved out of here automatically and go around a track just for the funsies of it, around our tree farm there. If we go up here, we can check it out. I built this at the time when they made the big change to slimes. They used to always spawn below Y16, and then they made it so they could spawn at level 40 and lower. So I built this spawning platform for them right at level, it says Y39. Dude, what is with the creepers today? Seriously, I've seen like so many of them. But yeah, they spawn on the platform here. They fall into the water. The water pushes them up the elevator. And then they fall down after they get separated, and then you kill them with a looting sword or whatever. I've also added an automatic way of killing them now. Basically, they go over the water, and since they can't swim anymore, they sink. They fall down here and drown. Slime balls fall into the hoppers, and there's probably, if I was to guess, some slime balls in here. I empty it every now and then. And that is where all the slime comes from in our world. How's this one doing? There is a switch, actually, to switch this so that they don't fall down here, but I don't remember where the button is for the life of me. But if we break over here, there's probably a bunch of redstone back here. Yeah, these are double extenders, or I think. Where's the button, guys? I lost it. I don't know how to change it. Or was it? Actually, it might be through here. Oh. Let's break everything. I should have brought some TNT with me. Is there a button here? There's no button there. There we go. Finally happened. Alright, so slime farm, check. The slimes that fall down, they fall down in a minecart off here. We got a little viewing window, and it puts them underneath the sandstone. They go around a loop around this tree farm. This tree farm was also one of the first things we built. It was really important. It shows memory to everybody that donated to me when I first started my YouTube channel. All the names of the people and the amounts and the dates that they donated. Back before I was like making any money doing YouTube. Nowadays I'm doing okay, so I obviously stopped the donations once that happened. But I really appreciate everybody that helped me out in the beginning. Otherwise, you know, I might not be here today doing the YouTube that I love ever so much. This is a farm we never see really, and because of the hopper thing, it probably doesn't work. But yeah, there. Look at all the redstone! Oh my goodness! Well, I'm hitting this place up next time I'm on my world. But yeah, you stand here, right click, and it automatically harvests the flowers, and then this minecart, you can send it off and it will pick them up. Let's see if it works. Doesn't work. Fix your game, Mojang. It's supposed to pick them up through the ground, but yeah, something's up with hopper minecarts. Let's see. There is another cave spider spawner. Oh yeah, there's this one here. I never did anything with that, huh? There's another double cave spider spawner back here, though. This was the first one I built back when I was still experimenting with how cave spiders spawn and how to control them, all that kind of stuff. Because back in the day, that was like pretty new concept. What do we got over here? Yeah, I had to figure out exactly what area the spawners spawned the cave spiders and what conditions, how the lighting affected it. All that kind of stuff wasn't really known at that time. So they would fall down, and then they would climb up here, and then you could just kill them, kind of thing. Alright, let's keep on moving here, guys. We got a lot of stuff left to see in the man cave alone, not to mention the rest of the world. Such as this thing right here. This is called the ugly brick thing. Every man cave needs one of these. It's amazing. You got crafting. You got pressure plate to hold the water in. I thought that was so clever at the time. And need water? Pick it up. I've actually seen people that are mimicking my man cave style here. They'll add an ugly brick thing in their man cave as well. It's like a requirement. Over here, run faster. Is splash potions of swiftness. Live longer is supposed to be healing potions. Got extra storage hidden back here, and another crafting table because, yeah, I don't know. This is our potion lab. I was very proud of this build when I first made it. Still am. I think it's pretty cool. It's got like a spiral door to it on a timer, so it stays open a certain amount of time. Inside we got pixel art swiftness potion. Storage for the potions, and I color coded them, so purple's regen, orange is fire resistance. Why was that word hard? I have no idea. Blue for swiftness, that kind of thing. And then over here, this is the main brewing area. So you stand underneath the water, and the idea is you click the button for what you want. So you see how it says glass bottles and nether wart. So glass bottles is the top one. Press that. It gives you 30, I believe. Or 28, I suppose. Okay. Something might be broken up there. And, oh yeah, you got to fill them. So you right click on the water source up there. It shoots them out of your inventory all in one spot here. The idea is I didn't want to move to have to fill these brewing stands, so you can just stay here the whole time because I'm lazy. And then if you don't want nether wart, you hit the nether wart button. You get nether warts. I should give you 10. Okay, that one works. And then whatever other ingredients you need, like blaze powder, gunpowder, press the button. All gets delivered to you. You fill up the brewing stands manually and take the potions out manually. It was pretty cool. I used this a lot, but nowadays we have a really cool potion lab that's all totally automatic. So we don't go in there very often anymore. Also, this was the birth of the Etho door. The door with the hole in the middle that you can ender pearl through. It's like the only 3x3 door I make for some reason. This is Project Pokemon. The goal originally was to get one of each type of villager. There was 6 villagers when they first came out, 6 types. One of them I didn't realize you couldn't get, though, the green coat one. So I made a spot for him. But we've since readjusted this, and now we're just trying to get one type of each villager that's good. such as this guy. He's special because he's an old villager. He still has one written book for one emerald trade. And now you can copy written books, so you can get tons of emeralds from this guy if I really wanted. And he's also got the current price 2 for 1 that they usually have. Press the button here and it switches them. Kind of cool. I also just realized this thing is broken. I think I need to add trap doors here because I had the one guy below get mixed in with this guy. So gonna have to add that. Anyways. Over here, little 2x2 door. This is like a holding area. You drop villagers down here. And then there was a underground village I was going to build here called Emerald City. So I hollowed out all this ground and started building these houses. I thought they looked really good at first when I first made these. I even had sandstone mixed in originally. And yeah. Kind of realized later that this place is kind of ugly. Oh, what's in these chests? Okay, nothing too special. Lots of snow, some sand. Oh man, I should take some of this stuff. Yeah, not too bad. There is actually some villagers here, I believe. Yeah, they're still here. Cool. What is it? Old trades, guys. I never want to lose these guys. It's kind of cool to have the old villagers still. Anyways, we eventually abandoned this project despite you guys really wanting me to work on it. And instead we have a different underground village that worked out a lot better because I wasn't building the full houses in the new one because these take up a lot of space, and like if you look at the village from here, you got the back of the house and blocks your view, and I don't know, it just wasn't going very well. So we started a new village, which we'll check out in a little bit. This is our UFO cow farm. Basically, you go up here if you want to do some fishing. Get a fishing rod. Oh, is it going to work, guys? I have no idea. Stand over here. Do some fishing. Oh, please work. It's not retracting them at all. Fishing is a little weird in 1.9. Like, if you have a boat down next to an animal, sometimes the fishing rod just doesn't work, and I don't understand why. Like, if there's any other entities nearby. Alright, that kind of worked, but yeah, the idea was it would shoot them up into the water here, and they would get funneled down to a single spot. We did test this recently, and it was working. It's just really hard to do. But they fall down here, and then you get your steak and potatoes or whatever. And this is a little piston elevator to go up to the surface, which actually works now, I believe, now that they fixed pistons, which is pretty cool. There was a little drop-down thing here I used to use all the time. And the map of our world there, I'm going to update that maybe next episode, because we've built a lot of stuff that's not shown on there anymore. Got some pixel art cow over there. And we can go down to the farm over here. These have swords, hoe, food to feed them. I use this farm quite often. This is my main food source, the steak. It used to be a wheat farm as well. I don't know how many of you guys know that. Underneath all these dirt blocks are fences. There was a glitch in the game for a while where you could till the soil, plant the crop, and jump on it, and it wouldn't trample the crop if there was fences below. So this used to be a wheat field and cows, and then you would... Where is it? Where is it? I know it's around here. Right here. Pull the lever, and all the wheat would get harvested, and all the cow meat would get collected down to this main trench, and then you pick it up. Got the storage over there. Kind of cool. Alright, we got to really move. We're running out of time. We got a little storage thing for Jeff. Jeff died. Don't know what happened to him. Cave spider spawner with a viewing window over here. That's there to confuse you guys. We got our flower farm, the 2-high one, which seems to be out of bone meal. That one's working. Good. Lilacs are the superior 2-high flower, by the way, if you didn't know that. Over this way, we have an ender porter. Pretty much self-explanatory. Does it still work? Still works, guys. Alright, alright. That is a project I would love to get working perfectly, but I'm having trouble with it. Like, I'll go through a portal and I'll just randomly get teleported to it. The idea is, though, you press a button and it'll take you to a different place in the world. It'll make the ender pearl land. So we got, I think, 3 of those throughout the world that we can transport to, but I'm having issues with them. Moving on, this got blown up earlier. Another view of the cave spider spawners over here. You can go down and collect the string in those chests, and over here as well. And then we got our fishing shack. Pretty simple little thing, nothing really to it. This dead ends, got some goodies here that I should clean up one day. You know that snowball machine we saw at the beginning of the episode? We got an access room to it over here if we need to go check out the chests or the minecart system for it or whatever. Automatically gets loaded with snowballs from over here. Which again, hopper minecarts are not working for who knows what reason. Got extra shovels or zombie flesh. There's a shovel in this dispenser. Ice! I don't know what happened in there. Yeah. Who knows? Then we also got our... Oh, what was this called? A mini farm? Where you can... It's full of like bone meal. Most of you guys know what these are. They're pretty common nowadays, but you could plant seeds here. You step on the pressure plate. Dispenses bone meal, grows the crop instantly, and then harvests it with the piston. This way is a part of the man cave we don't see too often, the river down here. And then this is a room which was supposed to be for storing our treasures in block form, but it became very, very tedious when I was using it because you'd place it, then you got to break it anytime you want to use it. So right now, it's random extra storage, and all our picks that have kicked the bucket that we can't repair anymore, I've been storing here. We should make a graveyard for our picks in the future, though. Usually they die, though. Like I don't remember to store them in time. They'll break, and then they're just gone. Our original enchanting room, you could control the bookshelves with these levers. Back when enchanting took 50 levels, you guys remember those days? That was pretty brutal. That gave you a lot of control over it. And we also have extra tools and stuff up here when I do enchanting. I use this quite often, actually, still. Over here we have a vine farm. Low tech. Hoppers down below that collects the vines. Down here is at my one and only chicken farm, which was supposed to turn into a mini game, but I never did that. Full of eggs and stuff. It's probably hundreds and hundreds of eggs that have stored up here over time. And a bunch of chickens up there. But you know, all those comments of the day, they need feathers, and that's where those feathers come from. If you didn't know that. Got an elevator here, just a minecart one for using our elytra wings. Goes up to the top of the world. And there's a ice tunnel here that goes to our end portal. Okay, back at the creeper face. This was the very first thing we built in the man cave. Eventually I ended up putting a portal back here through the lava that you can control with the buttons on and off. And I'm going to lose my voice before we're done here, guys. I'm telling you. Secret access room when you right click on the redstone ore. This is to put... oh, is it empty? It actually ran out of stuff? Are you kidding me? But I just... I thought I saw it shoot arrows recently. Oh, we're trapped here now. Yeah, arrows shoot out of the eyes, flaming arrows every so often, and they land over here. I think it must have just ran out, honestly. Down here is one of our favorite projects, and some of you, your most hated project, Wilson, our Tamagotchi in Minecraft pet. Top bar is the age of him. That's his health meter, weight, happiness, hunger. Very, very complicated redstone device. This is like a nightmare. He actually has seven different faces he makes. He can get sick. He has a bladder system. You can feed him through his feeding hole here. All kinds of crazy stuff. Work in progress, but it does actually function at the moment too. So it's like semi-complete, I guess you could say. Zenith, our greatest and most amazing horse. Protected by Microsoft. We got our horse stables over here. Go inside, block goes down. Go inside, block goes up, kind of thing. Pretty simple. I love this area here, though. This area is pretty cool. I like the water and just the paths and everything about it. Oh yeah, let's grab a horse for this. All right, who is this? The boss? This is a horse elevator, 2x2 thing. Last time I used it, it was safe to drop the horse down too. Let's just double check that. Yeah, perfectly safe. Cool. We got a mushroom farm over here, which I do use actually for getting the mushroom blocks quite often. Grow a mushroom, plays a tune, everybody's happy. What more could you ask? And that dead ends. This goes over to our armor stand thing we just built. Swapping out our sets of armor. Can put quite a few in there if we want. Our Snack-O-Matic. One of our most crucial builds in the world, obviously. And this area is a work in progress still. Old Broken Eats Road over there. I don't think we did go over here, did we? Hello! Yeah, this is like just a little simple rabbit and pig farm. Did the rabbits all escape? No. We got a lead dispenser here. Potions for the horses in case we want to super speed them. And let's go off this way, I suppose. This takes us to some access rooms to the wiring and on top of our current potion room. Kind of a work in progress area. We got our Simon game we're working on. The memory game. It's almost done actually. I just need to buckle down and finish it. Oh yeah, we got a firework room here. Hey. For manufacturing fireworks automatically, kind of. You just, how did it work? You throw item in there, and then it gives you more. Yeah, it automatically dispenses random ingredients for the firework, so each one's different. Another way to get to Wilson. I think we're getting close to done with this area, actually. Let's go check out the potion room. There is an arena back there. You know, I totally forgot about that. We should work on that one day, though. There's not really much to see there, though. Yeah, we got our fully automatic brewing system. This makes the awkward potions over here. And then when we flip this lever, that starts the brewing for all the other types. It's pretty laggy. I don't leave it running all the time, that's for sure. Got our netherwort farm. And another one over there. So yeah, it chains the potions. So it starts with the sugar. Hey. Sugar, then it adds redstone to extend them. Then gunpowder to make them splash potions. And fermented spider eyes to make them slowness potions. And each step of the way you can access the potions here. All automatically controlled. And there's a minecart running around above here that delivers the awkward potions, I believe, to all these stops. Yeah, this should be full of potions. Kind of makes it stops, drops them off. Yeah, kind of cool. Actually, let me correct myself. It's not fully automatic. It's close to fully automatic. Like, it brews just about every type of potion. But in order to make it run, you do have to feed it water bottles. So you go up here. Shift, right click, they get shot down into the hopper there, and then there's a huge storage for the water bottles that get converted into the awkward potions and all that kind of stuff. So that is how that works. One of my favorite builds. I love how it looks. It's really complicated and very useful, so it's kind of like the best of everything. I really like this brewing system. Another Etho door over here, which can be controlled with golden carrots as well, which I'm low on gold, so I don't have any. This is my basic hostile mob farm. They fall down from a spawning room above, which I think we used ocelots and wolves to make the mobs fall down, and villagers for the zombies. It actually works pretty decently though, honestly. And we got the different drops over here, gunpowder, got the zombie flesh, and this is the random junk we get from like witches and that kind of thing. Over on this side of the tunnel here, we have a skeleton spawner that we haven't done anything with yet, but I've been mostly using that as a storage room for all the drops we get from the mob farm. At the end of the tunnel, this is our underground village. I really like this place. Pretty happy with how it turned out. It is incomplete though. We still got to do more decoration, that kind of stuff. But I like the houses, and kind of cool, kind of crazy. We got floating houses. Like, oh my goodness, what is this about? Every night, there's a daylight sensor that makes fireworks go off here, and it plays the Zelda tune. We have a killing room here for the villagers. I don't use this too often though, because not because I love the villagers, but it leaves these arrows behind that don't despawn, and I'm worried that's going to cause lag if I keep using it. But yeah, basically, bring the villagers in here and play a game of Last Man Standing is the idea. Let's go out here. I think there's about 6 or 7 houses in here though, and they work by. I did dig up to the surface, and then like this actually counts as a house over here behind the doors. Yeah, that's a Zelda tune. I think we're out of fireworks, so each house has something like that, like 10 doors or whatever. And there's a couple machines in here. I know there's a mini farm in one of the houses. I think this is for making written books automatically. You like throw your written book in here, and it gives you an unwritten one automatically or something. I don't know. For mass producing emeralds if you want. And yeah, that's about it for the man cave, I think. There is one more thing. How do we get to it, guys? Up here. Up here. One more thing here. This is how the village kind of came to be. There is a zombie spawner right at the end here. Oh, that's kind of interesting. It's a villager spawner. That's just like a graphical thing, though. It doesn't actually spawn exclusively villager zombies. But they spawn in these little spots here, and then you can cure them if they are villager zombies. And then we brought them down over here to our village. And if for some reason a zombie siege kills all of them, we could repopulate it pretty easy with that thing. Just drop them down here, and they'll reestablish themselves. Alright guys, man cave stuff is pretty much done, except for this as well. The waterfall. Let's not forget about this. We built this for the elytra wings. Oh man, I flew through there kind of badly. Are we going to make it even? Oh, we're not going to make it! I kind of hit the wall there. But yeah, this takes us over to the library, somewhere outside of the man cave. Got like a piston translocator conveyor belt trick thing here. And then it takes us up the elevator, right to the library. One of our never-ending projects, but we can do our enchanting here. We got anvils. If one breaks, and more fall down. Kind of cool. We got... Oh, it's nighttime. We have a book matrix thing here, so all our books are stored in chests, and if we need a certain type, like Respiration 3, press a button and it should deliver it to us, or feather falling. Might take a little second. Alright, that should be Respiration. Respiration 3. And feather falling. Feather falling. Oh, okay. Might have a little issue there. We got 2 books that time. Maybe you can't use it that quickly in succession. But yeah, this is a work in progress. We will one day finish it, I hope. I'm not very good at building stuff like this, so... Hey, you buddy! Like big, giant buildings that need roofs and all that kind of stuff, I just struggle with that. This is also where we store our comment of the days. which a lot of the old ones apparently got glitched out, but the newer ones still have the comment written in them. Recently, in fact, last episode, we built our gold farm. Oh, I missed. Let's try again. Yeah. There's this bridge here. The whole idea of this bridge was to bring enchanted books from the gold farm to the library. You come with me. Ignore the shape of the gold farm here. I'm gonna work on that, hopefully. Yeah, zombie pigmen come in through the portal here, and then we crush them and kill them, get their XP. We can light the portal with this, and this breaks it. Yeah, we just saw all this stuff, so I'm not going to get too into it. Over there is poppy farm. We built that just before we built the Nexus, so that we would have lots and lots of poppies and maybe some leftover iron for all the hoppers it was going to require. Just over here is the man cave. This is the other exit that we keep seeing. So you come out over here. To the left takes you to the swamp. Just kind of experimented with a possible look for it, with the mushrooms and the netherwort and the crazy path, all that kind of stuff. There's a system here for collecting ender pearls from the end that go through the end portal. That's the true spawn right there. And then over here is the abandoned mine shaft. This is where I did a lot of my branch mining when we first started in the world, but I don't really come down here anymore. I think there's like a snow golem that walks around on these. Oh, never mind. He died. I think. Maybe. Used to be a snow golem up here. I still see the snow. He would make the lights blink, though. Oh, he is still there. Look at that. Yeah, you'd walk on pressure plates, make the lights blink. There was a system here for breaking down boats to get oak wood out of them. In case you wanted to convert jungle wood into oak wood, for example. And then that's broken. Very good, very good. Yeah, lots and lots of branches here, though. And again, this was a way I paid tribute to the people that donated to me in the past, because I kind of ran out of space in the tree farm. Gave them each their own tunnel. This is a cool trick, you know. You can still use this, I think. Putting lily pads above water. You can ender pearl right through them. Alright. I'm losing my voice, guys. I'm not good at these long episodes. I've gone through like 5 glasses of water already. It's crazy. Custom tree over there. This is a kind of a custom river too. Don't really have time to go take the tour down it, but it looks pretty nice when you do ride the boat down there. And then we enter Sandy City over here. With what do you call it? A portcullis or something? Gates? Which is pretty cool. It's like a 5x4 or something. I did not design that, though. I copied a tutorial for it. Got our Sandy City houses here. Still need to add a lot more. Again, kind of a work in progress. Whenever I feel like doing some building, I can come here. The pyramid over there needs a lot of work too, but that is our mob system that we saw just a little bit earlier. Covered up all the hardened clay with a pyramid shape, and hopefully we'll refine it in the future. There is a cool little thing here that I would like to maybe fix. I'm having issues when I leave the chunks. This breaks. That's not how you use it, guys. It's like a little worm fountain machine thing, though. There we go. Oh. What? Is it not working now? I'll have to investigate this later. Oh. Wait, what? It used to shoot them sideways. But now... Oh, now it did. I guess the trajectory changed a little bit? I don't know. Anyways, there is a... I'll show you guys this. Ta-da! This was one of my original traps when I did world downloads. Because, you see this. These didn't exist when I generated the world. It's sandstone well with lava inside. Doesn't make any sense. I actually built that and made a trap there for you guys. Over this way is more of the river. Got like trees planted all along it. I do eventually want to like build a snow city up here. Would be kind of cool. Got like our woolly mammoth up here, the penguin, and our ice cube farm. This is where I get all my ice from. Is it still working? Yeah, I think it's still going. Ice freezes, gets pushed to the right or to the left into the main thing here. We got a minecart running down below that pushes it upwards. Eventually it makes a big 10 by 10 by 10 thing of ice. Tons of ice. Penguin. I like penguins, by the way. Alright, view of Sandy City. Looks pretty good. Let's go on a little bit further. Let's fly if we can. Speed things up. We got our path here that kind of runs through. Got a little cobble wall. A house here, which is supposed to control our fireworks display. We'll check that out later, maybe. That's like our very iconic view of our world, the You've Been Etho'd thing over there. I like that thing a lot. A little caricature of myself. More custom trees. One of the ender porters is over here. The other one, I think, got blown up by a creeper. Which is another reason why I don't use those too much anymore. We got our blacksmith house. This was just a little fun build. Kind of felt like building a house because I never do that. And down below is our purpur smelting room. I know, guys. Don't say anything. I know. Don't use purpur. I just tried it. But yeah, we're not gonna build a room out of purpur. Doesn't look the best. I thought, you know, hey, it's a purpur smelting room. Let's build it out of purpur. No. We got our wheat field here with our windmill, with our guardian elder up in the top there. It's kind of cool. I like that a lot. Over this way is one of my favorite builds, and one of the most difficult builds, and one of the builds we still need to finish, called the Nexus, our massive storage room kind of computer system with the other ender porter over here that got blown up. This thing is really cool, though. This is what I use for my long-term storage. We can have like 3 or 4 double chests of each item that we want to put in it. Got an index system here if we want to request a certain item out of it. Each of these is labeled 4A in blue. So let's say, for example, we want white wool is 2F, so we would press 2, this button here, and then F to select it. Alright, that enters our code, which gets displayed up there. Pull a lever or press the buttons here, and it should dispense white wool if we have any in the system. And then if we want to drop white wool off, for example, drop items in the chest here, and it goes into the system. We might not have any white wool. Oh, it was coming. I was just impatient. I was impatient. But yeah, it all gets brought up to us, which is pretty cool. A lot of work to be done on this yet, though. And I want to hook up rail systems to it and all kinds of stuff, but that's kind of the look of it inside. Not that you need to go inside to use it. I just wanted it to look good as well. We got a pumpkin farm over here. And guess what, guys? Guess what? I finally got an 8 pumpkin villager that I brought over here. Not that one. Yeah, just a lucky chance. After we brought the 11 pumpkin guy here, a little bit later I got another one that was 8 pumpkins. That's the best trade you can get. So all our pumpkins grow here. When they block the piston like that, it blocks out the light, and then the daylight sensor makes the piston extend, and it gets automatically brought to the middle here, stored into the chests, and we got tons of pumpkins. Okay, so Nexus is over there. Windmill and wheat field and tractor is all over there. Further on, though, we have our original village here, which I totally secured. I made a fence all around it, lit it all up. Like back before you could trade with villagers, back before they did anything, when they were just called testificates, this was one of the villages that spawned them. And I tried to suit it up and make it cool. We got like little wheat farms here. All of these are totally automatic like that. And now they actually replant them, which is pretty cool. I keep saying pretty cool, man. Gotta stop that. Also made like a little custom nether hub thing here with an Etho door. I think this was the first one, right? First one I made. First Etho door, that is, using that T-flip-flop method. And more recently, we built a chorus fruit farm here. I built this thinking I would use it maybe 2 or 3 times total, and then we would have so much per blocks I would never know what to do with them. But I use this thing constantly. Like, I've used it probably 20 times already, and I still need more. And they take too long to grow. I wish I made it bigger. But yeah, you press a button after you break all the seeds off, automatically harvest them. This is all on a timer, so they all perfectly flow. Again, this is a backup world, though, so we didn't get any seeds there. Not a big deal. They all get sorted and then brought over to that blacksmith area we just checked out. You got a little access to the wiring and all that kind of stuff down here. Okay, moving on past the village there, we have the Guardian Farm, which we recently tried to improve a little bit. They spawn there. This is an old world, guys. If you generate using the seed I'm using currently, since the terrain has changed since I made this world, this area here is actually ocean. If you generate with the seed I used for this world. So it thinks a Guardian Temple is supposed to spawn there. So I hollowed out all the ground, filled it with water, and that's how I'm able to get Guardians there. We recently just did this. Fancy little killing chamber for the Guardians. They fall down here, right? Yeah, there they go. Onto some hoppers. Collect their drops. The drops get sorted into these chests. And we just saw all that stuff, so let's get out of here. Oh yeah, there's an elevator here. I'll show you too. Kind of my new go-to design for elevators. I really like this. I hope that translocation trick stays in the game. Let's go in through the portal here too, just so I'm going to show you this room here. We have the option of killing the Guardians there, or we can bring them through this nether portal to be stored here, and we can kill them with our looting sword or whatever. There's a poison dispenser there. I think that's instant damage to kill them. Okay, so we got the Guardian portal right over there. If we keep going further, though, past the water into the snowy region here, I just took a short break, so hopefully my voice has recovered a little bit. It was getting kind of raspy. I can't talk this much, guys. It's killing me. But yeah, if we keep going, we get to the original ice tray here, which no longer works because this biome changed. It says it's taiga, but it doesn't get cold enough for the water to freeze anymore, unfortunately. That made the water eject to refill it after you harvest the ice. But yeah, that's why we built that ice cube thing, which is even better. Even more ice can be stored there, which is cool. I said which is cool instead of pretty cool this time. Maybe a slight improvement, maybe. All right, let's keep on going over into the swamp area. You see we got the giant tower there. That is the first hostile mob farm we built in the world. Also the mysterious house on top of the hill there that we do not talk about. Yeah, this is where the stronghold is located in the world. It's the main one I use. I think they made it now, though, that multiple strongholds can spawn, like infinite, the further and further out you go, which I think we should check out sometime soon. So I'm kind of curious about that. But yeah, this is the one I picked. It's pretty close to the man cave, about 800 blocks away. This was supposed to be like my main base. That was the plan when I first started here, but I didn't. Man, I tell you guys, I really wasn't a good builder. I didn't know how to make this room look good. And I just dragged my feet, and this area kind of got broken after time, and then I didn't want to build here, and all in all, this kind of got left behind as a relic of the past. But like this mob system still works. We had a way of making We called it a bomb machine or bomb factory over here. It was a way of making skeletons shoot creepers, which did work very well. The only problem I had is I had trouble separating the creepers. The ocelots just didn't quite do the job too well. So I had a hard time making this work. I was trying to make like an automatic tree farm with it. And now, though, in the game, it's easy to separate creepers. So maybe one day we'll look back into that whole concept. This was going to be our storage room. This is like back before, I think, trap chests, or before you could put them side by side. So this was the arrangement I found that worked best. And we have that on all four sides. Never did end up filling them, though, I don't think. Down below here is where we have some other kind of crazy stuff. Also, that tunnel in the man cave leads to the stronghold. That one we didn't go down by the ender porter. This is the silverfish farm. I calculated it so exactly enough silverfish would fill this room. They're in these blocks right here. Each one of these. So that when you kill them all, you would get 50 levels. Back when you needed 50 levels to enchant something. It was an idea I thought was good at the time. But kind of just became a novelty project. I really wish they would make it in the game so you could use Silk Touch on the silverfish blocks. Then that would actually have a purpose again. And like on servers, people would build silverfish farms just to troll people, I think. If you could move the blocks around easy. But yeah, we got the whole silverfish farm over here. The spawners inside there. They fall down into the water stream above the stone block there, which gets replaced by a stone generator. When they enter the block, a bud detector detects it and makes a new stone block take its place, and this gets pushed down. They all get stacked together into the big clump over here, and you can use a poison potion on these to really get a bunch of them spawning at once. Man, all my stuff is like out. There used to be poison potions in there, but I guess they're all gone. Anyways, oh, and I'm out of ender pearls now. At one point in time, we built this like long tunnel here too. I can't remember where it goes, but it was for transporting the silverfish to do like underground mining. Nowadays, though, we got beacons and you can just haste mine stuff super quick. There was also another tunnel that goes up to the surface here to move the silverfish. I don't remember the whole concept for that even. What was I doing, guys? I was crazy in the past, I tell you. Not that I'm not right now. Anyways, inside this silverfish farm is also our ender portal. So let's go through that and check out our end, I guess. That's where the ice path also leads up, right over here. It's a long 800 block tunnel to get to here from the man cave. Go inside, and let's see. We have this crazy musical randomizer. It sometimes gets stuck though when you go through the portal. Let's shut it off and turn it on. We need ender pearls. Where could I ever get some ender pearls? If only we were in a place we could get ender pearls. My portal used to be over here, though. Ender pearls would get ejected into here and go to our true spawn and get collected. This is a musical randomizer, which sounds pretty cool. We got a broken eats road here. This goes to our original Ender farm, the very first one. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on up there, guys, but they're all spawning in places they shouldn't. The idea of the farm was there's like a bunch of pressure plates up there, and that when they would spawn on them, pistons would push them down, they would fall down to one-hit kill range, you know. Yeah, it looks like it's broken in 1.9. I really like how this farm looks, though. I think it's pretty cool. It's yellow and orange wool with a ton of redstone torches around it. I guess in 1.9 mobs don't spawn on pressure plates anymore, right? So that's a big flaw right there. But they're spawning on stuff they shouldn't as well. Oh, I don't think they fell down. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving before they kill us. There was also a system to bring ender pearls. You load them up here, and when it would fill up totally, it would take off, unload at by the portal there at the start. But we have an Ender 2.0 as well. Let's go check that out, because that one actually works still. Getting chased. Getting chased. Alright. So we built this really long glass pathway to our Enderman farm, Ender 2.0. That other Enderman farm, the original one, is actually the original Enderman farm. Like, before I built that, the way people made Enderman farms is they would, like, flood their entire end island and make a system where you would look at all the Endermen. Kind of like the Blaze farm design. They would funnel them down into a cone and kill them that way. Volume? It's like, had a brain fart there for a moment. This is the Ender 2.0 though. This one is based around the concept that you can, you could use TNT to kill all the Endermen, and it would count as your kill, so you would get XP from them, and also extra Ender Pearls if you have your looting sword selected. So there's a big column of TNT here. Is this flame? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, it still works, still works. Uh-huh. So they're all just within range that it'll kill them. They fall down, of course using the vine trick that was later discovered. Now though, Enderman farms use Endermites generally. But this one still works pretty good. It's good enough for me anyway. And also just manually kill them. They are one-hit kills, I'm pretty sure. Alright, moving on. Okay, so we are back out of the end now, over at the mob system again. By the way, all those torches you see on the outside, those control lights inside the mob system, so you can turn it on and off, like stop the spawning totally inside, in case you were wondering about that. Over here, we're over an hour in on this tour, by the way. I'm trying to rush. We can't cover everything in full detail either, unfortunately, as much as I would like to, and we might miss a few things, so sorry if we don't see what you want to see in this episode. Anyways, ramble. This is a zombie villager curing machine. Kind of just built it for the fun of it, not really for super practical use. I have used it a few times though. So we got a lever to control the spawning and the zombie spawner there. This controls which way they go, if they're either zombie villagers or zombies. If they're villagers, they go inside the tunnels there. The zombie villagers. If they're just zombies, they go into the killing chamber here. Then the zombie villagers, they land into these areas here with the tripwire. It actually detects, like, if they're there, and if they are, and we press a button, the villager medicine, all the ones that have zombie villagers in will get a weakness potion given to them. You can also see, like, the lights turned on. How did you get out here? I don't even know. And then you feed them apples, and you press another button here, villager transports. Where are they coming from? Oh, because, I know. Wait, no, I don't know. Seriously, where'd they come from? Did they get out of here somehow? Oh, the slab is missing here. There's supposed to be a half slab there. Alright. Let's try out the villager transport. Yeah, only the ones that have villagers in have the minecart released, and then that takes them to the portal. I think we got coal? What's the coal for? No. Oh, he almost killed me. That was close. That was very close. And I think that's actually all the stuff we can really see. Is he going to get me? Nope. In our main world there, unless we go further out. So let's go into our nether now. Our nether is a little bit of a mess but not too bad. Let's start over here, actually. This is our main nether hub, like the center of our nether near 0, 0. This portal down below connects to the man cave, and then it goes out the 4 cardinal directions all around here. So each direction has a few different things that we can check out. And above here is our gold farm, our original gold farm. Oh. Yeah, over here. Oh, let me in. We worked on this last episode, so I'm not going to go too super detailed on it. And I'm also kind of still trying to fix it, because I think there's a couple issues with it. But yeah, you can light the portals with this button. Yeah. And then all the zombie pigmen get portaled through to that floating red and cyan clay building we saw earlier in our episode here. Something is wrong in 1.9 though, guys. Like, look at this lag. It's insane. Insane. Let's see if we can shut it off. Like, everything is just frozen. Transporting mobs through nether portals does not work very well in 1.9. Above here... Oh, we can't go in minecarts right now. The game's just frozen. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, let's keep on going, I guess. So, down each of these tunnels, we have like a little selector panel here. This doesn't actually do anything anymore. Like, the selector panel still works. This was going to be for like a grand central minecart station, but I never ended up doing it. And at the moment, I'm switching over to ice roads. So, I just kind of left that in because I liked how it looked. We also have these horse swapping machines. So we can have up to 2 horses per side. Oh, we took damage. I'm telling you guys, things change in this game so much. Every patch, there's like little problems like that happen. It's kind of frustrating, but at the same time a fun challenge to try to keep everything working. Alright, so we got this cool little tunnel here. This was extremely difficult to build. Like, whenever you make a nether tunnel this big, it takes forever to build it when you have this much detail. But I really like how it looks. Through this portal is our obsidian farm. And what this does is you go through, it spawns a new portal with more obsidian. You break it. And then we have our main portal up over here. There's a witch I'm really scared of. You stand in here, press a button. Oh, this is not going to end well, guys. Hey, it worked! Got out just in the nick of time. Awesome. But the portal closes behind you, so when you go through again, it's going to spawn a new portal every time. And you get more and more obsidian. Now you can actually farm obsidian in the end, since every time you do the dragon fight, it respawns the pillars. This is just like some mining operation we got. And further down here, actually not too exciting, it's just where I collect my sand at the back portal there. Alright, back at the nether hub, and if we go down this direction, again we have a horse swapping thing, which we can see a little bit better. He took damage again, though. I'll have to fix that, I guess. That dispenses a speed arrow, and you can get them out when you flip the lever here. But yeah, I'm switching over mostly to ice roads now, so this is kind of the default tunnel design I decided to go with, which is also why I'm using so much purple blocks lately. We have a turn coming up here to the left. This takes us to our mesa biome. This is where I get all my hardened clay. And we also have the Rube Goldberg project here, which admittedly I have not worked on enough. I know some of you guys have wanted me to add on to that, and I should. But yeah, this is like a clay mining outpost. You press a button here. Oh, did it run out? Whoa. You can release storage minecarts. You're supposed to be able to release regular minecarts. I guess they're all in here right now. When they come back, they go into here as well. And then release a regular minecart. This takes you over to the mining area. There's item filters there to filter out the different types of clay. Got like a little bridge. Oh, we're going back into the machine. Goes into cactus. Gets destroyed. Okay, let's go back. What? Oh my goodness. I just want to go down there. Oh, and I think it's nighttime right now. This is a bad time to be here. Up above here, though, this is like where I do all my clay mining, right? If we go up higher, though, outside here, this is where the Rube Goldberg machine is, if I remember correctly. Alright, so here it is. It starts out in this little house with this villager dude. We only do this on special occasions, such as today. Just release the lock here. So he goes outside. Oh, you're going to regret that, fella. Blows up the ground. He goes down this little waterfall thing. And we actually have a path on the side to watch this. I don't know why I'm over here. You run down. You can see him go down. And if this works out properly, he should get put into a minecart as he makes his way down. This all happens pretty quick, and I'm low on ender pearls. Is there any in here? Nope. Oh, the tripwire's broken. No. Oh, I hate that stupid patch. One of the patches broke all the tripwires in my world. Which really, really stinks, because there's so many I don't even think about, like this one here, that I gotta fix. Go into the minecart. Do it. Do it. Oh, please. Alright, so he's supposed to go down here pretty fast. That releases TNT minecarts. He goes up to the gravel pile. That frees him. So he's able to then activate... Oh, yeah, this is going to kill me. Whole bunch of TNT minecarts fall down. Where does he go again? Runs down there. Oh, he's going so fast. This takes quite a bit of setup just to pull off. I forgot how difficult this was. Yeah, you got to put the minecart in before we do it. Anyways, he goes into his little compartment there. Turns into beast mode villager in his giant cannon of flame and destruction. Torches this awesome village of dreariness. What did we call this? Drearyville or something? I built this all in one day, and it was a long day. But like the whole village catches on fire here, and it's kind of like a mining village sort of thing. Throughout it, there's TNT though that explodes as he flames up the whole place. It's pretty cool. I like this a lot, to be honest. And more TNT. I can't remember when we did this last, but oh man, how much stuff did I have here? Anything good? We got some rails. Hey. Some rails, some TNT. Uh-huh. This was kind of for a subscriber special, I think, or something. Or episode 400, I think, is when I built all this stuff. So if you want to see the whole thing, kind of in its full glory, you can check it out there. Okay, so back on the ice road here. If we go to the left there, that is the clay outpost. But if we keep on going... Woohoo! Still a work in progress, these tunnels. I'm trying to get them all finished so that it speeds up our transportation time. Whoa! Hey there. Should be... Kind of thought we would hit it already. Did I pass it? Oh, I passed it. Okay, down there is where my ice spiked biome, where I get all my packed ice from. The amplified terrain is supposed to be on the left here, though, and I missed it. Should be right around there. Aha! That's why I can't find it. I blocked it accidentally when I built the tunnel. Okay, so over here is our amplified terrain. Not the fanciest portal yet. But this is a base area a lot of you guys like, and I don't really do enough here, unfortunately. In my world, if you didn't know, somewhere along the line I decided to switch over to amplified terrain. So I loaded up my world in NBT editor, and then I made the change. Then I did some exploring, found this area here. It's really, really nice. Um, it's really hard to build stuff here, though, I gotta say. I don't know. I'm not much of a builder, really. I'm more of a technical Minecraft player. So when I see something like this huge area we got filled with cool structures, it is very intimidating to me. Recently, though, I did try to do a new look for it. We got this like little, what would you call it? What did we call it? Mine shaft? Mine rail system? Mine? Yeah, let's call it a mine. Little mine area that we're trying to do for the underground areas. We got a custom tree here. We have this really cool minecart system. If I can find out where they are right now. Ooh, got jump pads all the way up. There's also a flower farm here, but I can never remember where it is. Yeah, so here's our storage room here with the minecarts inside. The idea is we can fill these minecarts up with items, and it's a movable storage room. Like we can have like 25 of these storage minecarts, and we have 3 of these storage rooms built currently. We can add more though, and if we ever want to work in a different area with our items nearby, we can actually move them. This is mostly complete. Last time I tried it, it works. It's a very elegant, very well-timed system. So when they go to the next location, they'll stack down in the exact same order that they were over here. There's also a little slime launching platform, which is kind of hit and miss because slime blocks never seem to work with proper timing. I think those went over here, right? No, they went back up to the top there. Let's go check out the top. They should be there waiting for us. Slime blocks are also a little bit broken in 1.9, if you didn't know. I seem to have forgot to put the levers in here. What? Yeah, this isn't working currently because I forgot to power these power rails, so they all got stuck, it looks like. Anyways, typical Etho mistake. Let's move on to a new area. Okay, things are about to get nasty. Down in the other cardinal direction here, though, got a work in progress ice road. This is where the witch farm is. It's not pretty. Definitely not pretty right now. And the witch farm still needs a lot of work too. Like, I gotta light up the caves. I still haven't fully done that yet. And a couple other things. We don't have like a nice room to gather the drops or anything like that. But the land is like all cleared out here, I'm pretty sure. And this is the witch farm over here. So we got 3 layers. They spawn in there and then arrows shoot them so that they fall down over here. And then there's hoppers below that collect the drops at the moment. But yeah, still needs a lot of work. That's pretty much all there is here. So we are just about done our crazy long tour here, guys. Let's summarize. So from the Nether Hub, we go down here. We have our obsidian farm. We have our mining. We have our sand gathering. Off this way, we have the clay outpost. We have the Rube Goldberg machine there as well. And we have the amplified terrain, and way at the end we have the packed ice collection area. Down there is where we just were. The witch farm is all that's down there. I also go down there whenever I need to collect nether quartz. Seems to be the best place for it. And then finally, over here, this is like the main branch. This goes to a couple different things, such as that guardian room we just saw, also the portals to the stronghold and that zombie villager purifier, and also to the village. I believe it connects somehow to that. If we go through here, one of my favorite builds in the world actually is the dual blaze farm. Also a little bit of work in progress. We recently gave it a makeover though, using the purple blocks and sandstone. There's another blaze farm in our world. I can't remember how to get to it. I think it's like off that direction somewhere though. using a single blaze spawner, we just kind of built the same thing here. Dual blaze spawner. And all the blazes collect together using a minecart system. It picks them up, brings them up there, and then the minecart gets broken on a cactus. The blazes get ejected, pushed down into the middle by pistons. As they gather, these lights go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once they hit 5, a crusher system automatically damages them and keeps any more from falling down. And then you throw a damage potion at them and you get blaze rods and tons of XP. It's measured so that you get 3 levels. So every time you kill them, you get like an enchantment off of them, which is pretty cool. And then what do the storage minecarts do, guys? Oh yeah, it brings the minecarts that break up there back down so that more blazes can get carried off. Beautiful. There's also a system here to shut off the farm using lava lighting on both sides, in case you want them to stop spawning. Now, if you keep going down this nether tunnel, though, you do get to a point where you hit this frog. This guy's from Castle Crashers. I really like the Castle Crashers. So I decided to build them in our world here. You know, I totally forgot, but we actually have some stuff built here, too. You remember? You remember it, guys? I haven't seen this in so long, because I forgot about it till just now. Oh, don't die. We have an experiment we did. Oh, and also this was my first wither skeleton farm. Also forgot about that. Yeah, you see, like I did a bunch of stuff to make the spawning rates a bit better. We can probably just fly down to it, actually. Got a big spawning platform up there. I did an experiment where I was trying to make a village in the nether, because a long time ago, as long as you didn't update your nether ceiling, it would count as light shining through, so these counted as valid houses, and you could spawn villagers, was the idea. So these are old villagers. I don't know what's through this portal. Oh, that's the Mushroom Island. What gave it away, I wonder? Yeah, that's where we got the mushrooms from. Aha. Alright, let's keep going down that ice road, though. And finally, guys, at the very end of this ice road, where the frog is, we reach the big old nether fortress here. This is where I do like all my wither skeleton farming nowadays. I did a lot of work improving the spawning rates of these guys. Like I slabbed a whole bunch of the nether here, and also flattened out this whole fortress, and in some places I got multiple layers for the spawning. We got a beacon here to give us resistance and all that kind of stuff. Oh. Aha. I think at the moment I have like 30 wither skeletons. Skulls? What's the word? 22. 22 and a few beacons. This way over here is another portal. This is to the tree farm we recently built. The automatic tree farm that uses gas to harvest the wood. Or a gas. We did a crazy like orange, green, yellow, red clay scheme here. I'm like stuttering now, guys. I've been talking way too long. We still need to build a killing system for these zombies. But other than that, this is all done. So it works like this. You stand here. That makes the gas shoot. It opens up a trap door. As we stand here, wood gets pushed in front so that gas balls destroy it. And why is there a tree there? I'm not sure. The wood gets pushed aside here above the hoppers, though. None of the wood gets destroyed by the gas balls. It's 100% collection rate, and it gets funneled into this chest. We built that tree farm like only 5 or 10 episodes ago, if I was to guess, so I'm not going to go super detailed on it. You can check it out if you want to in some of the older episodes. Above the beacons in the wither farm, though, it takes us up here at the top of the nether pretty much at Y224. This was our second gold farm, and this thing was awesome while it worked. We used to have 10 iron golems walking around in there, and they would kill the zombie pigmen, get XP and drops with like the looting effect and everything. And the iron golems took no damage. Nowadays they do, though. They get killed pretty quickly by these pigmen. But we also would have gas spawning in here, and the iron golems would kill the gas. And we had a system below here where a minecart would pass by, would pick up one of each of these items. So it wouldn't pick up any of the golden swords as it went through there. And then it would drop them all the goodies off here and go down below in the chests. So it would get gas tiers, gold, all kinds of good stuff, and all you had to do was AFK. But we might need to make another gold farm if I can't get that first one working, because it's super laggy in 1.9. We will have to see. But that about does it, I think. There's only one thing left to do. Not die. Let's head back to the lake, to the You've Been Etho'd, to finish up the episode. Ow, ow, hey, no, stop it. You're wrecking the end of the episode that we're going to celebrate with the comment of the day and, of course, the fireworks show. It's kind of a tradition for us. Let's get our music on the roll, get our jam. Yeah, so over here, we have a system where we randomly eject fireworks underneath the lake, which is pretty fun. Let's go ahead and flip that, start the show. I love this thing. Oh. And let's miss the fireworks show because of the zombie as I look away. And we'll probably have to turn this down too, it's pretty loud. Alright guys, comment of the day. Oh, actually we got a little deck here now to enjoy them on. Alright, comment of the day, guys. It says, by the way, Etho, what happened to your secret streams? Anything coming on Twitch? Keep going, mate. You're awesome. Well, thank you very much. I have streamed a few times, guys, on Twitch. The last time I tried it, it did not go very well. I'm pretty sure I got DDoSed, which wasn't the best. Or the stream didn't go very well anyway. It was all laggy and I had to stop it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's like a really, really common problem, but it does kind of discourage me from Twitch. Also with Twitch, you gotta do it regularly for it to really count. It takes a lot of time. So you can't really do YouTube and Twitch, but maybe once in a while, just for fun, we'll try out the Twitch as long as I don't keep getting DDoSed. Recently, guys, actually, pretty awesome. My internet speed has doubled. Like my download and upload has doubled. So I was just barely able to stream before. Maybe it's pretty good now. I should try it. And on YouTube, might switch over to 1080p or 60 FPS, or maybe even both if I can, now that I can upload faster. We will see. Except for series like the modded Minecraft, I don't think I can get 60 FPS in that, because it's so resource intensive. Anyways, might look into streaming again just for fun. I really, really did enjoy it. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I want to give you guys a big thank you for your support as well. I don't say this like all the time. I do want to though, since I'm usually pretty focused with my commentary. But thank you guys for all your supports with the series and with me and my whole YouTube endeavor. Man, I tell you, like even on last episode, I looked at the comments. Very good comments. We got like 4,000 comments on the last episode, and I didn't even do anything really special. But you guys is, oh man, you guys are so supportive. Always have nice things to say, and I really appreciate that. And there's like 12,000 likes. It was a good to see that. I'm still getting good support from you guys. You do make this a lot of fun doing YouTube. Like if I didn't have your feedback, this wouldn't be all that exciting. I'm trying to figure out if we can launch this thing. It's like a one-time thing, so this is the perfect time to do it. I don't even remember. This was like when slime blocks first came out. I wanted to try one of these. It's like a missile thing. Oh yeah, it still works. Cool. Cool, cool. So let's go out with a bang, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching and for your support. Hope you enjoyed the world tour. Sorry if it was a bit long. I tried to hurry. Couldn't quite look at everything, I know. And, well, if you want to see stuff in more detail, you can always look at the older episodes. But, yeah, this is it for me. Quite literally. This is a backup, though, thankfully. Hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.